Hey everyone, my name is Amy Mantis and today I'm going to talk about triads again, but this time we're going to use the top three strings, the G, B, and E strings. So last time we were working on the D, G, and B, which I think of as the middle three, even though technically it's not. We're working on those. But another common place to play triads is the top three strings. So once again, we got three shapes. We've got our root position shape. We'll go the key of G, or we'll use G as our starting point. So G, the notes in a G triad are G, B, and D. G, B, D. So 12, 12, 10. And then first inversion puts B on the bottom, so it becomes B, D, G. 4, 3, 3, and then second inversion becomes D, G, B. But again, we don't want to just learn them like that. It's important to know those shapes, but it's also important to be able to use them in a more musical way, which I think means to be able to use them in conjunction with other triads. So the 1, 4, and 5 in the key of G. G is your 1, C is your 4, D is your 5. So we'll start here with G in root position. So we got that. And then for your 4 chord, you got this one. Because G is also a note in the triad of C. That's a U2 song. I want to say, it's on Joshua Tree. It's not One Tree Hill. It might be Red Hill Mining Town. And then we get our 4 chord, which is D. Our 5 chord, which is D. And that's F sharp, A, D. So you get root position for G, second inversion for C, first inversion for D, and then back to root position for G. We'll do that again in different spots. So we'll do G second inversion. That brings us to C in first inversion. E, G, C. And then it gives us D for root position. D, F sharp, A. And you could go up and keep the same shape. But I think it's more interesting at this point to keep things in a smaller fret radius. So that gives us second inversion, first inversion on C, root position on D, back to your second inversion for G. Let me get one more. First inversion G, B, D, G, which leads us to root position C, C, E, G, and then gives us, oh goodness, it gives us second inversion on D, which, as you're seeing, if I were to throw that D string in there, that's our common D major chord. So use that to your advantage. And what I think is really cool about the upper 3 string triads are really convenient because a lot of the times if you're playing with somebody else, they're a great way to not play the same thing that they're playing. Let's say your guitar player is playing, your big box chords. Well, you can do that, but you could double that, or you could do to complement that. That way you're not in the way. You each get your own spot to shine in. I'm out of tune. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. So, as I was saying, if someone's playing the big open chords, you can play the small triads. That way you're emphasizing on the chord, but you're not just doubling it and making it just really big for no reason. Some good examples of songs that use a higher triads that constitute either be the main part or to complement an existing part. The Beatles did it all the time, and the first one that comes to mind when I think about high notes So Here Comes the Sun. I don't have a capo handy, but it's, George starts off up here. You can already hear it. I was playing a Rush song with one of my students for his recital yesterday, and I got a pick. The Red Barchetta. Alex is playing G, A, G, G, A, D, A, G. And my student was playing that part. And I was doing to help support that. So kind of the opposite, where he already had the high part, but I'm like, the song needs something more. We don't have drums or bass, so I'll play the low part, the low chords there. So that's one way to do it. That's your 1, 4, 5. Let's talk about 2, 5, 1s. Even though I'm not playing 7th chords right now, this applies to those two, and we'll get to that. That'll be in a lesson in the very near future. So 2, 5, 1, we'll stay in the key of G. You know what? Maybe we won't do that because that's minor triads. You know what? We'll do it. Usually I just do one, but we'll do both today. So let's go quickly over the minor triad shapes. We'll play them in A because that's what we're going to be doing in a second. So A minor, notes in an A minor triad. A, C, E. To make it major, it'd be A, C sharp, E. Root position. A minor. This is the top part of your standard A minor chord. A, C, E. Nice little bar. C, E, A. And then one more. E, A, C. Which is your D minor shape. So we'll do 2, 5, 1 in G, which gives us an A minor. We'll do a D major, and then a G major, which is a lot of songs. You throw on that E minor chord, that's 6. Oh boy, you get every song you want just about. But triad time. So we'll start, my instinct is to start here on this one because you get you get A minor, you get D, and you can go that way. So you get first inversion, root, second inversion, or you can do first inversion, first inversion, you can do first inversion, you can do this one again, second inversion, first inversion. But in the spirit of mixing and matching, we'll do this. So now I'm going to go up the neck. We'll do it down low. So that's root, second, first. A minor, D major, G major. 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 It's cool. It's fun to do stuff like that. It gets your brain going, it gets your fingers moving, and you can then apply it in every key if you're feeling really ambitious. So I hope that this was helpful. I think that wrapping your brain around triads is a really conducive way to learn the fretboard because it gives you more context for what you're learning. It's also great just to learn your notes, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, so on and so forth. But knowing them just on their own is not as beneficial as knowing them with something else. There's some saying, I think the more ways you know something, the better off you are. The more connections you have to it, the better off you are to remember it. So I hope that you have some fun with that. And as always, take these triads and put them in a song. Take a song that you love and plug them in as triads instead, because it'll show you a new way to play it and lets you practice those triads. So I will be back again real soon, as always. And until then, I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I might have another vlog coming up with another jazz lick, because jazz is hard and I gotta practice. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. You know what? Oh, I did hit record.